giant peach. This was one of my childhood favorites. And so I'm imagining this child, maybe it's a boy, gets this book from the reading van and goes inside, finds a place to read, and within minutes, without leaving his home, he is transported into Roald Dahl's rather outlandish tale of an orphaned boy who escapes his terrible aunts by inhabiting this giant peach that is growing in his front yard. I don't think it's exaggerating to say that a book and a story like that could make as big an impression on a kid as a trip to Disneyland or a trip to Yellowstone National Park. And I think if we all think about books that made an impression on us as kids, that we would agree that those books have stuck with us as much as something like a trip somewhere. Or imagine a parent who takes home a book from the hospital because of the Books for Babies program. And maybe this parent was never read to as a child themselves. But now they have a book, they have a pamphlet that tells them it's very important to read to their child for 20 minutes a day. By the way, I think 20 minutes is a pretty long time. We're lucky if we get 5 or 10, but let's just say any amount of reading is good. And as crazy as it seems to this parent, this new parent, to read to a baby who doesn't understand a word of the story, one night this parent starts to read to his or her baby. And because nobody's listening except this thing or baby, the parent starts to act out the characters and kind of be a little goofy and has high-pitched voices and low-pitched voices and is kind of over the top reading this book to this nearly inanimate object. And now the parent is having some fun, and the baby seems to kind of like it. At least the baby's not crying. That's progress, right? It could be that that first read aloud session is enough to ensure that this parent will make a habit, a lifetime habit of reading to their child.